Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment and Bolex Repair Philippines. Welcome to the most common issue of a Bolex Super 8 233 Compact S. And what is that number one issue essentially? No power. You press the button here for filming. And what are those issues? Well, let's take a look at it. First, let's take a look at the most simple thing. Always check your basics. Really, the very first thing you want to do is remove this hand grip. And it simply has a screw right there, and you just simply remove this off. Make everything much more easy, out of sight, out of mind to work on. Next. So here you are with the battery compartment. Alright, no big surprise, it is what it is. This piece of leatherette, however, you do want to be smart enough to remember to push this down in here so you can insert the batteries. Otherwise, you're going to have a real difficult time taking them out. Alright, so put it just down just like so. Take a look at the diagram here. And the one on the bottom goes to positive. Seated. The next one on top, the positive, goes to the bottom. You can then check if the camera has power. Turn it right around right there. Let's take a look. Any power? No. This is a common issue with Bolex. Super 8 233 Compact S. Open it up. And now we're going to take our tester cartridge. We'll apply this inside. Close it up. And we will test it again. The film button is here. Still no power. Again, this is a typical issue. And I'll explain why. Do test the rest of your functions here. Just for the sake of doing it, press the film button here. Of course, leave no stone unturned. You'll know when and if it comes on and powers up. Alright, so we've got nothing. Let's take a look at the inside a bit more in-depthly. Open it right back up here. Remove the tester and the batteries with the leatherette here. Again, no surprise. I'm sure we've all done this with even toys at some point in time. Alright, let's get into this. Okay, there are two screws, 1 and 2, both flathead. Those will have to be removed, of course. Oh, just start on that. There they are. I'll go ahead and take the other one out. Next, you want to do the obvious with the two screws removed here. I'll use a toothpick and remove the plate by putting it in this little open section here. Right off to the side. Stick it in there. Pull the plate straight up. Pull that right out of there. That's it. Now let's take a closer look inside of here. Okay, the places of interest to check are here at the battery connections, the wires. Make sure there's no corrosion. Alright. There are mode switches inside this camera. A mode switch is used in many different types of electronic products. They were used also back in the day in VCRs. When you press play, stop, fast forward, rewind, that mode switch is a piece of flat copper plate, very bendable, and it is injection molded into plastic that has some leads on the back of it that is soldered into a PC board. That tells the gears and where to go when you press whatever function it is, such as play, stop, fast forward, rewind. The copper plate, after wear and tear, just gets corroded. So you want to check for any type of corrosion on any wires and connections down in here. On this part, there's a washer, there's a clamping washer. You'll need a special pair of pliers to remove this. Watch, it will pop out. And those are the most common issues. And of course, the film button here is definitely that. It suffers from the same issues of the corrosion. You can rebuild it at times, you can clean it. If you clean it, it's only going to last maybe 3 weeks, a month, you know, that type of a thing. I like this camera. If I recall correctly, it's actually a Chinon, the Bolex 233 Compact S. It is not one of the most well-built Super 8 cameras, unfortunately, but I do like the look of it once I take a peek inside the viewfinder. And if you can get one of these working, it works great, but they have a lot of faults. These two plastic pieces here, the white ones, are very delicate and they bend easy. Anyone who has these or investing in one, expect it to be dead and have a lot of bent or broken parts, no power, and expect to attempt some 3D printing of parts. Alright? It's really a gamble with this model of Super 8 camera, and probably the most important thing is that it will not, on the high average, accept any type of high-end, high-grade Super 8 film. If you're going to put some basic Kodak into it, that's great, and that should, the motor should pull it along just fine. But if you're going to get some polyester Super 8 film, it's really not going to do the job. Okay, so there you are, the Bolex 233 Compact S. So, what you can do is purchase these upon your own discretion. They generally will have a lot of issues. Do contact me via Bolex Repair Philippines FB page for parts, questions, and servicing. The same email at bolexrepairphilippines@gmail.com. Do click that bell down there and subscribe. And for gory experimental horror films, do visit at the Morbid Team Entertainment FB page. Until next time, see ya!